All right. Cool. Okay. So, friends, we might actually have a guest today. Um, I invited him. We'll see if he wants to come up and learn. Um, I wish I could have a way of seeing this screen and then also my other screen. Well, we'll float back and forth because at this desk I don't have two monitors. So, anywho, without further ado, let's get into today. We have a lot of great things to talk about today. Um, hey, if you're going to come up on stream, if you comment below, because I can see this over there, comment below, and then I'll go back into here and bring you on. Um, we have somebody who has questions who wants to be on the live stream today. So that's kind of fun. Anywho, let's get started here. And you know what? I should have brought our lo-fi trading music. No copyright, no copyright. There we go. Get that going. Chill vibes for trading in the zone. That sounds good today. Okay, we're going to turn this down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, cool. Actually, we should. Well, let's come back to this first. Okay, you'll notice we have we're up $16 today from yesterday. So what happened there? How did that happen? Well, a lot of hype trades happened. That's definitely what happened. And we closed that big BTC short that we had for a long time. Finally, BTC came down to our levels. And you can see there's our close right there. So that's kind of interesting too. How much did we make on that? Is that what I wanted to press? I'm not sure. That's not what I want. Let's go back here. Let's go into the vault first of all, and oh, here it is. Um, so we kind of got upside down accidentally, but and so we had to hold that trade for a really long time. So here's what I'm going to say about holding trades for a long time, um, like a swing trade. So in other words, you accidentally get upside down and you get stuck inside of a trade, right? As long as you know the levels of where you're going, you can do that. And you also need to make sure that your liquidity level is far enough away, right? With my trade size, the liquidity on that, or liquidation level on that side was 109. And I knew there was no way in hell that we were going up before we went down to grab the liquidity below, right? So you can get away with it if you know your levels and where you're going. Okay. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. So that is one of the reasons that we were so high. Now, hype has just been on a total tear, and I love that hype has been on a tear. This is freaking awesome, and it looks like it is right now as well. So let's go back in on hype. Start that. Okay, so we are back in on hype, and I'm going to move this out of the way. No, I didn't stop sharing. Okay, and let me see if chat, this guy is like actually then I'll reveal them. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, ignore that. We're not doing that. Okay, hype is going in the direction of that. And now, because I'm going to try and stay within the zone that I'm in, right? So I want to check back on height in 15 minutes. So if you're not, I'm going to somewhat remind me to check height in 15 minutes. Okay, cool. And we're going to put our TP up here, 34.533. And that 10. And we'll see if she keeps cranking for today. Okay, cool. Carrying on. Now, the other thing is, hang on, I wanted to, I'm all over the place today. Sorry. Um, it is one of those mornings. It's 1:36. Okay. So, is this from yesterday? Yes, it was. Um, so, no, that was, yeah, we made 5.93, but then I closed a couple of trades after that. So we're not going to mess with that. That's what we made yesterday, 5.93%. And we're going to go into today and set up our new trading session. Okay. And today our APR start was minus 34. We are slowly digging ourselves out, right? Yay! I'm so freaking happy. Um, and our starting was 136. Okay. So that's where we are starting today. All right. And what I wanted to go through today was if you remember um, the SKR trade, right? Let's look into how we did with that and if we want to go in again. Yeah, we can go to the symbol to find the trade. Okay, cool. This one I did not actually do, so let's go and see how we did on that one. That was on the 21st, 27th. And our final trade will be the 31st. For those of you who are not aware, we have been doing this thing that I call the 2GE trade. And it was from Bala. And when we're done with this, we're going to report back and tell them how it went. You wait for 2 days after 2GE. You open a short position, and then you use whatever leverage is available. And if you can modify it, you can put it at 5. In our case, I think SPR was only available for 3x leverage. I I'm going to go and check if our guest is here. Our guest is not here yet. Okay. Let's go back to here. Okay, cool. What did I just? I did. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. We were talking about the SQR trade. Okay, the SKR trade. Uh, then you leave the position open for 7 days. We weren't exactly doing that. We were like bouncing in and out and in and out, right? And so let's go back to the 27th and see when we closed the last SKR. 28, we might have to go 27th. I want to do all. There's This was actually the last time we closed. This was 328, and we paid 13, 3.28, 13.9, and that was a win. So far, let's look back here. We won these all our time. So that's not too bad. This guy is actually right on the money, right? Maybe this is a new way of trading TGEs. I don't know. But let's have a look and see where SKR is today, even down more today. Wow. Wow. And let's go in because that's where we're going. 20. Hang on. I just want to take a quick look. Let's go to our see if we've been trading it all the way down here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, yeah, we're at our lowest point that we've been. Really interesting, eh? Our 4 hour agree with us, our 1 hour agree with us. So, yep, let's go. We are going to go in. Okay, and so let's go back to today. And we're going to go in here and do kind of our post-mortem on Pike as well. Right? I don't know what the hell happened there. And trade, set up our SPR. Hey, are you going to come on the live stream with me? Are you getting cold feet? Come on, let's go. Let's go. You here? No, not here yet. Okay. All right. Oops. We're in. Okay. Reason for entry, continue TBE. And we'll talk about these other stages of the trade, because that's another conversation. That's separate from doing day trading. And I will talk to you about it, just not today, because that is a bigger conversation about the way that I hold things. Let's go to SQR. I hate it when we do this. It has a mental block against SKRs. Really? Okay, there it is. Okay, 1 hour and 4 hour line, and we're doing the TGE trade, and that's why we went. And you can see that. We want you over there. Okay. We opened at 0.01870. Point 0.01870. Okay. And now let's also look what the hell just happened on height. 319. Damn you, height. That was just like a total spite. It just wanted to grab something up there and go back down. So let's go with it. That's fine. We will. That's a total grab, right? Like you can see that. That's like they're grabbing liquidity up here and they're going down. So fine. We will go with it. Not exactly what I wanted to do, and hopefully we don't have a good side. Um, which can happen as well. You know, it'll go down here and then it'll go right back up. So we will watch this closely. I still have my alarm on here to watch what's going on. But basically, uh, let's go back to what happened. And that was, oh, why did we go in on that? Our rain was bad. Our trigger was a rain. So as you can see, you know, everything was right, right? We had parabolic SARS, we had our crossover, and the only thing that could have been a red flag going into this is the fact that we're right close to the 50 here. And when it gets tangled up in the 50, things get kind of weird, right? So that but other than that, we never would have known. We would have had no inclination that we weren't going up, right? So that's something to be aware of. Sometimes, depending on the market, and now it's going back up. Oh, remember what I said about getting whipsawed? I hope it's not going to be one of those days. Um, and it might be. Uh, Sometimes the market just does whatever the hell it wants to do. So in this position, we had our moving averages, okay, and we had not the beginning of a parabolic star, but we had a parabolic star. I won't put it here because it wasn't like that moment, because we still had three that were already there. So, anyways, and our let's look at our 1 4 hour and a 1 hour. Our 4 hour was up. Our 1 hour was up. Um, they aligned, right? And how much did we do? 319. 11.7. Um, 11.7 minus 3.19. Mine is so complicated. Fine. Just fine. Oops. Just got a second. We lost that one. We totally lost that one. Yeah. Um, and hopefully, this is a lower low. It's ever so slightly a lower low, but that's a higher low back there. What could be happening is we're just getting tangled up in the point of control, and it could do the same thing and go back up again, right? I'm going to pull it if we get up here, which it kind of looks like. If this pops up the top of here, I'm just going to pull it because we're just getting whipsawed, and that's no fun. That's no fun at all. But if we look at what's going on here, right? With the market in general, the market's down in general. So I think we're pretty safe in our. I think we're pretty safe in our short here on height. So we might just let it stay in there. Yeah, it's coming back down. Yeah. So let's see what else we got going on here. And let's also look at BTC, right? For what happened there. And let's look at what was setting up for us, right? And remember how I talked about this nose cone? And that's, did I not say this? I totally said this. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go check it. No, it's not here yet. Okay. Um, did I call this or not? I totally called this. Well, me and other people called this. The people that I follow, right? And I follow quite a few people, but my favorite person to follow is actually Cameron Boots, who I've taken some of his courses. I'll put a link below because he is, in my opinion, the goat. Um, he definitely knows how to trade. He just closed a $200,000 trade just the other day. Very good at what he does. But he taught me this pattern, right? And this pattern was, and actually, let's go into our open trades. So, anytime I'm going to go to open trades. Open trades. Because I don't think I closed it in here. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. Okay, let's go back to all trades. And we'll go back to this BTC one here. It wasn't that one. But anyways, let's look at the pattern. I think it was after that. Anyway, no, I'm not going to get lost in that. It was a symmetrical triangle. Was it? No, I think it was a symmetrical triangle there. If I no, it was. Triangle? No, I can't even remember. I don't want to show you his stuff because that's his. Oh, here it is. It's a descending triangle. Um, okay. Yeah, inside my head, names of things get mixed up. Language gets mixed up with me. Like sometimes, again, I think this is another thing. Asperger's. Um, I'll see a glass in front of me, right? And I'll be able to tell you that, or maybe it's not a glass, maybe it's like this mug, right? I'll be able to tell you it's made out of ceramic and it holds coffee, but I will not be able to tell you that it's a coffee cup, right? Just total, there's a blank spot right there, right? Um, so that's what happens with me sometimes. I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I cannot find the words for it. This is our descending triangle bearish, and this is exactly what just happened, right? That's what I closed that on. And where are we going with this? I actually think we're going down here. Yeah, I think we're going down here. So the first place we're going to go is 80.65. So let's actually go into, and here, it's coming back down again. Yes, that's what we like to see. Let's go to BTC and see where we are now. Okay, she's going back up a little bit. But whoops, let go. And again, that's kind of normal, right? But where are we going overall? Probably if we look at, there's the 4 hour, right? There's the 1 day. 1 hour, sorry. And this is where we're headed. And if we get down here, let's go back for a bit. Yeah, then we're headed down here, right? Because it always goes to its levels, especially now that we've broken through this support. And that support was at 86,538. Now that we've broken through that, that now becomes resistance, right? And so I could actually take this one, and we could change that to purple now. And this is not support, it's now resistance. Okay. And so if we come down into the 15-minute here, we might go up, right? And if we go up, we'll go up to 86,554. 86,554, probably about there before it just goes, no, you're going back down again, right? I'm not convinced about anything right now, so I'm not going in. You can see we got a bump up. We hit that, what is it? We hit the 13 EMA and pulled back a little bit, right? So are we going back down? I would more than likely say, especially with the rest of the market being down right now, I'd say that we're probably going to turn around and start going back down. Might go up for a couple more minutes here. Nope, there we go. See? Right? And it's funny, when you're looking at this and the market's doing exactly what you told that it would do. Like, it's doing exactly what I thought it would do. But the thing is, you can't get too cocky on that because it may not continue to do what you think it's going to do. And that's why, all you can do, trading is just a probabilities game, right? It's like how many indicators line up that the probability of this going down is higher than going up, right? And as we just saw, I felt, it hit the 13. I wasn't really confident about it, the way things were going. And now it looks like we're going back down. I don't really want to go into this until I see a crossover here. I mean, I'm fairly confident, but I still want to wait. I still want to wait until I have something that confirms that we're actually on the way down. It might, slightly sink to here, but I would rather see something stronger, right? Like, for instance, when this crossed over, we had boom, we're down, right? This crossed over again, it's crossed over and it's under the 50. Um, so, that makes a huge thing. And by the way, why are we going down exactly? Um, because you notice we crossed the 50-day moving average, right? When we crossed it right here. When we cross the 50-day moving average, there is usually a significant downward motion for a while, right? And we can see here's our rune up on the daily. We have a really, good strong rune right there. So that's interesting. And how far did we pop down? We popped down to 84, 190. Where are we now? 4 hour, our signals are still good. The 1 hour, this is where we start falling off here, right? We start losing that traction in the 1 hour. And I just want to wait a little bit until we can, start actually grabbing some traction. And watching these other two, kind of helps us inform that because as a market, the whole market kind of tends to go, but especially Bitcoin always tends to lead, right? So I'm going to go and grab another coffee. Check if our guest wants to come on yet. Nope, no guest. All right. Okay. It's just me and you guys. It's just us here. And we're going to just let that cook for a minute. Hi. Yes. We're coming down. The SKR is coming down. Yeah, we'll probably go into BTC. But more coffee for now. Okay. Um, while we're waiting for this to decide what it's doing, let's look at a couple of trades I did in my other account. Um, And yeah, I showed them right here. um, Come on. Hello. Okay. Um, this is what I wanted to show you. What are you? Metals on hyperliquid, right? So we can't trade them inside of the vault here, but we can go gold. As you notice, we can't do that here inside of the vault because this is a trade XYZ. Um, it's a hip three symbol, so we can't trade gold. But if you want to trade gold yourself, you most certainly can. And actually, I should put it. I will give you a link right here if you guys want to. Um, if you want to trade, um, if you want. Oops, I'm not shouting. Gold, silver, and copper. There you go. And you can save 4% on your trading visa. So, yeah, we got gold. And oh, what I was trying to show you was I did pretty good on my trades. See my puppy. Isn't she a doll? Um, so this was my silver at sorry, that was my gold. Gold at 29.3 and then silver at 33.3. So excuse me. Um, you can trade pretty much everything. I don't know why I have this. Where would I? Oh, that's where I could have got it. I went out to the resort yesterday. Um, so, oh, I hope I didn't catch anything up there. That's a bummer. That is really good because I've been sneezing all day. Um, okay, we're in the money on height, and so yeah, it looks like we're going back down. Okay. Um, nice, honey. Good one. Should we go into? I'm kind of thinking we should go into BTC here. Remember, if you're just starting, make sure you're down at 8%, not at 20. Okay. Just a good idea. And we are going to pull this at 84,223. 84,223. That's a nice little movement. 13. Um, Maybe 6.5. There we go. Okay, and just pull that back. Oh, actually, we'll just pull that back to the edge. Just give it a little bit more breathing room. Right there. 33.5. 33.5. Um, 30. Yeah, that's decent. Cool. I'm just going to the body of this one here. And it's more likely to turn right here. I guess we'll just have to watch that. So, yeah, that is, those will be our trades. Um, Today, SPR, again, I want to hold that through, I think the 21st, right? Let's go back there. I'm going to have a look in here. I think I have the date in there. Yeah, yeah. We'll get it through. 31st. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to add in there. Maybe I should put a new style of trade. Um, Day or swing. You know what? I think that's a good idea. Let's modify our journal here. So again, this is what I like using my journal as opposed to something else. And for some reason, it's being a little wonky this morning. Figure we're going to do uh, a little bit of surgery on here. Um, Date, reason for entry. Um, so we are going to add target date. There we go. Um, so we got our target date. just going to move this up a little bit. So we have our, you know what, we should, actually, I'm just going to bring this up. It's not cooperating, so it seems slow. Anyways, we'll, we'll get to that later. I'm also going to make a new style. And this is going to be options. And our options are day trade, or swing trade. Um, yeah, and we can further. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna move stage. I'm gonna move style up before stage. And we'll talk about stages again another day, not today. Let's see if this guy's on with us. Are you coming on? Still not coming on. Okay. BTC and high market, and let's go back here. Let's go back to today. And you know, everybody has their own style. Um, they have their own style of how they track things. They have their own style on, how they trade, and um, whatever actually works for you is what you should do, right? And go by your own numbers. Um, at the beginning, yes, you do want to learn from other people. Um, but then when you start tracking your own stuff, and this is going to be a day, yes, trade. Uh, thank you. See, 780. Um, this is entry. Um, really, it was just a term that I saw. I guess really what it was, the term was when we hit the 13, right? Remember how we were talking about that? I was like, oh, my turn there, boom, it turned. Um, so that's why we're in on. So see, and that is the stuff. And yep, okay, cool. Um, and let's go back to our height is also in B3. Um, you know what I might do as well? I might make it easy for us to see what kind of trade it is. on here. So I'm going to put that in the, um, I don't know why it's being slow today because I need to do an update on it. So whenever I need to do an update on it, it's behaved badly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put our trade type here in the name. Just to make it easy for me when I'm like scanning stuff. It's called stuff. Okay, we're going to add stuff. There we go. And also, I'm going to put or question mark, which means I don't need to have it in there, but if it's in there, it'll display. Um, okay, so let's go back into this is a day. Why are you not showing up? Oh, damn it. That's why. Hang tight. Got to be really precise here. I added an extra space. There we go. Day trade. Cool. Okay. So now, if you notice, I've got two day trades, and this is actually a swing. Okay. So that just allows me to understand uh, at a glance, right? When I'm just quickly looking through things. And then also I can, do other things that will, allow me to understand, like I can put it in reports and stuff like that. Look at BTC. You go, baby. You go. We might actually get what we want before we close our live stream today. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? 84223. What are we? 84328. 7. Don't put back up on. Hmm. Better. We're close. We're going to pull it before it turns. Okay. So we got that. That's nice. The reason I pulled it is because we're really close to right here. And look at it. Now it's going back up. Yeah. So sometimes, and it might come back down. Who knows? But anyways, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a win for today. We got a little win. How big was our win? It was 28.3. So let's just mark that. And we got our outcome was a win. 193, and I've forgotten 8.3, 28.3, 28.3. Uh, yeah, so there we go. We got one of them for today, and I will not be trading more today because I'm actually going into town. But we will let these guys run. And Hype, what are you doing, Hype? Oh, look, it actually went down further. Hype is thinking it might want to turn around right here. That is what it is thinking. And remember, I talked about that when we started earlier. I said we might just come down a couple and then turn around again, and that might be exactly what happens. And that would not surprise me at all. I guess we'll wait and see, right? Anywho, let's see if there were any, and, oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, I got a comment here. Oh, that was the comment was me. Okay, folks, we're going to shut it down now. We'll see if hype turns, um, and hopefully it doesn't. But it might. It just might. And we're going to leave SKR in there as our kind of swing trade. Okay. Um, so cool. Peace out, guys. I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you learned from our TGE trades. That's our new thing, right? TGE trades that basically just dump, and then dump, and then dump. And we're going to let Bala know that he was right because at least in this one, he was right anyways. I know in a lot of other ones, he's probably right as well. So, anyways, that is where we are today. Oh, we're in another hype one. I forgot about that trade. And we are in a cell, right? You son of a bitch. Okay, I'm going to pull this. Um, what did we lose there? You owe us a lot today, Hype 8.7. 8.7 panel was 185. 1.85. Another loss on Hype Er, and I think our first one was a buy, wasn't it? Hang on, that was a one. Yeah, that was a buy. Okay, well, I will have a look at what the hell Hype is doing, which is exactly what I think. I think we're just repeating this pattern. We're getting caught up on the point of control and we're turning around. This one did not go up as high as the other ones did. So I don't know. I'll figure out what we're doing with Hype today. We're gonna let SKR just die a slow, sad little death. We'll see where it is on Saturday. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great day.